Welcome to 2020 Royole Technology and Partnership Conference. Let's welcome Chairman and CEO of Royole Corporation, Dr. Bill Liu.
Distinguished guests, partners, friends, and everyone in front of the screens. Thank you for your time to join our annual Technology and Partnership Conference. Well, this year it's so special because of the global coronavirus situation. We had to move our conference from on-site to online. Here, we would like to extend our best wishes and warm greetings to everyone around the world. And we hope you and your family stay healthy and safe. The international community is making great efforts to fight against the virus. And a lot of new technologies, including biomedical engineering, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and telecommunications, are being used to help control the situation. We hope everything will get back to normal very soon. And I look forward to meeting you face to face without a mask. Well, this year, the topic of the conference is flexible displays unfold the future. Let's look back to the history first. In 1980s, personal computers changed the way we work. In 1990s, the internet changed the way we connect. And in 2000, especially in 2007, the mobile internet changed the way we communicate. So now everybody is asking, what's going to be the future? We believe the Internet of Things, or we call it IoT, is going to be the future. There are three major fundamental areas for the IoT: perception, computation, and communication. So we know AI is the infrastructure for the computation. 5G is the infrastructure for communication. But what is the infrastructure for perception? Human-machine interface. Well, among all of the perception systems, vision is the most important way for people to experience and interact with the world. Display technology is the main human-machine interface to support vision. People have been exploring different technologies on the display. And I guess many of you remember, in last century, CRT technologies was very popular. And followed by LCD, which is still used today. Both CRT and LCD are quite rigid, and it's heavy, and it's not portable enough. So we are looking for something new. In the past decade, the OLED technology is getting more and more mature, and the rigid flat display or rigid curved display based on OLED has been used in many consumer electronics like smartphones. So you can see the smartphone with a curved edge. You know, sometimes people also call the curved display as flexible display. And we think it's more appropriate to call this display as curved display and not flexible display. Flexible display means you can bend it or fold it. You can change the form factor after you purchase the device. Curved display was different. And the technology, it's also different. So Royole was founded with the focus on the fully flexible display. What does it mean by fully flexible display? The major difference between the curved display and the fully flexible display is we can actually change the form factor anytime, anywhere, for many times after you purchase the device. So in 2014, so we introduced the first generation Cicada Win fully flexible display with a thickness of only 0.01 millimeter. And we believe the fully flexible display is going to be the next big wave. So if we look at how the human-machine interface changed the way we design mobile device, then we can understand where we will go. So in 1990s, the feature phone, based on small black and white display and the dial pads, made huge success at that time. And in 2007, when Apple introduced the first iPhone based on big touch screen without dial pads, and you can basically use your fingers to control the software. This kind of change in the human-machine interface just changed everything. Changed the hardware, the software, the operating system, and even the whole ecosystem. That's the power of human-machine interface. So, with a fully flexible display in our company, we introduced the first foldable smartphone with fully flexible display in 2018, the FlexPi. FlexPi combines the portability from traditional smartphone and the big screen visual experience from the tablet or from the pad into a single device. First ever. So now you can easily put your pad or tablet into your pocket because of the fully flexible display technologies. This is the next generation human-machine interface. We believe this kind of a new human-machine interface will not only change the hardware, but also the software, the operating system, and the business model, and the entire ecosystem. So, since last year, we started shipment of the foldable smartphone, the FlexPi, to the market. And today, there are already a lot of users using our FlexPi, including myself. That's actually my only smartphone, my only tablet altogether. It's not a concept device. It was in mass production and shipped to the market and provide totally different values for the customers. So today, the industry sees more and more potential and huge values ahead. And it's forecast the foldable smartphone will have a rapid growth rate. It could be 200, 300% annual growth rate. But we will see. But we do believe the foldable smartphone with fully flexible display, it's not a traditional smartphone. It's a reinvention of the smartphone. It will change the way we use the traditional consumer electronics. So since the first day of our company, we have been exploring the cutting-edge solutions and technologies for the ultimate visual experience. The basic demand for display is portability and large screen visual experience. Like we just mentioned, it's a conflict between portability and big screen for the traditional technologies. Everyone loves watching big TV at home, but you can't put that in the pocket. Everyone loves the smartphone portability because you can easily put it in the pocket, right? You can take it anywhere. With the fully flexible display, now you can solve this kind of conflict. And just to provide a perfect combination of the functionalities into a single device. And actually with a lower cost. Well, we came up with the flexible display idea many, many years ago, even back to our school days. And in 2012, we started the company with a mission to transform the way people experience the world, interact with the world, with the fully flexible display technologies. We started from scratch. In 2014, we successfully launched the first 0.01 millimeter fully flexible display. And in 2015, we also started the mass production of the fully flexible sensors. This is also the proprietary technology in our company. And in 2016, we started the construction of the production campus for the fully flexible displays. And it went to successful mass production in 2018. That was the first commercial mass production line for the fully flexible display. Since 2019, we started to expand our partnership with a lot of leaders in different industries and to create totally different innovative products, groundbreaking products in different industries. And we'll show you some examples later. Well, as you can see, we went through 0 to 1 process for technology innovation, and then 1 to M process for mass production, and then N to M plus process for applications. So since we launched the first foldable smartphone, the Flex Pi, with a flexible display in 2018, there are more and more companies joining in the flexible industry to develop the foldable smartphones. This is great, but this is not easy. Well, I'm pretty sure many of you have noticed the feedback from the market on all of those foldable devices. Here, just showed a few examples of the typical problems on the current foldable smartphones on the market. Like the crease, the cracks, the display malfunction. So, what is the problem? What is the physics behind this problem? How does this happen? Let's explain this a little bit on the fundamental material physics. So the fully flexible display is composed of almost 100 different micro nanomaterials stacking together. And the material property for each layer is different. So when you have so many layers stacking together, and during the bending, folding, and unfolding process, you'll see quite a few problems like this. This is the strain recovery problem. This is the layer peeling problem. This is the layer slippage. But then how can we solve these problems? Well, there's so many different choices for the flexible materials. And they're just countless combinations of all of this stacking. So it's impossible to experiment everything because there's so many choices, so many options. And that's why the R&D process was always so slow. And that's why it's so difficult for the customization of the fully flexible displays. And if you think about all of this together, you can imagine how difficult it is for the mass production of this kind of fully flexible displays. So we actually realized all of these problems many years ago. So we started to think about, can we solve all of this by a smart way? Our team, our engineering team, our scientist team put in a lot of efforts to try to develop a new model, simulation model called Smart Mechanical Simulation Model. How does that work? So we built a smart mechanical simulation model by building a database for the material properties, for the parameters for each layers, and then we established the simulation framework based on the physical models. And then we keep updating the physical models, the parameters, by matching the simulation and the experiments. In this way, so we can actually realize rapid mass production and even customization as needed. For us, to make a great user experience, it's always the top priority. So we identify all of those major features that can significantly impact the user experience, like the display malfunction, the crease, the smoothness, the crack, the misplacement, and many others. And then we narrow down all of those features into 3 major categories for material science analysis. And then we put all of this into the simulation model. So with all of this, and we can be much faster to identify the best stacking, the best parameters, and the best choice for the materials. So let's take a look how it works. This is the crease that has been seen in other foldable screens on the market, like this. And now, with our optimization, we have been able to produce the 3rd generation Cicada Wing fully flexible display with a smoothness like this. It's just totally different. And here, the video just shows a more straightforward comparison between our 3rd generation Cicada Wing flexible display to other choices, other technologies. All right, he also shows the surface smoothness of the foldable screens on the market and our technologies. And it's like a mirror, it's super smooth. Another thing, the film separation, okay. Because of the different bending radius and also the different material properties of these layers. So during the folding and unfolding process, it's very easy to see this kind of a film separation. Now, with optimization in our team, we're able to totally erase the film separation issue. There's no peeling at all. Folding device, actually, it's not easy. You can sometimes fold it for 10 times, 100 times, even 1,000 times. But that could be useless for some consumer products because people don't want to just fold the devices for 100 times or 1,000 times. For our testing, the dozens of layers, we have to do the bending test for over 200,000 times bending. And the display module also has to survive after 200,000 times for the bending. And we also have done a lot of tests on the end product to make sure the product is reliable enough, even for long-time use. This is all our testing in the company, and you can see how it works for our reliability test. Not only the bending test, but also like scratch test, the twist test, the stretch test, and the drop test. And we want to make sure the best user experience for the fully flexible display and the product. Well, I'm very impressed by this, by the twisting test. So twist the display in this way is different in this way. And this is a lot harder. Let's also take a look at the display performance. There are a few major parameters that you might care, like color gamut, like the contrast ratio, like the response time. The color gamut for the Cicada Win, the third generation, is 30% better than the high-end LCD. And on the contrast ratio, it's 500 times better than the high-end LCD and a few times better than our second generation Cicada Win. And for the response time, which determines the speed of the display or your device. Now, the response time for the Cicada Win display for the third generation, it's only 4% of the traditional LCD. Also, well, when people use the devices, you won't always just look at this very, in this angle. You could look at the devices in this angle, right? That's what we call the color performance of different viewing angles. Well, now, let's compare the brightness attenuation at 30 degrees. As you can see from here, so this is our third generation Cicada Win. It's only 25%. It's only 25% of the brightness attenuation compared to the high-end LCD, and also a lot less than other foldable displays on the market. Look at the color shift at 30 degrees. The third generation Cicada Win flexible display, it's only 33% of the high-end LCD. And it's also much better than other foldable displays on the market. So here is a very straightforward appearance of how you look at how it looks at 30 degrees viewing angle. You can clearly tell the difference. This is the third generation Cicada Win. And the display performance, it's just a lot better than other technologies right now on the market. So we also have done proprietary design for the driver IC, driver integrated circuits, to make sure the display works best with the system. And with the third generation Cicada Win display, you can design diverse form factors, for different applications, and there are just numerous unlimited possibilities with these displays. So we have over 30 laboratories. We have 4 R&D campus, and with over 3,000 IPs dedicated to the R&D on the flexible technologies. And we have 60% of our workforce dedicated to the R&D. So innovation, it's truly in our DNA. Well, in the past few years, so our team has devoted a lot of efforts to make the new technologies work. And we have successfully developed the ultra-low temperature non-silicon semiconductor process. We call it ULT and SSP technology. Compared to other display technologies like the typical polysilicon-based technologies or LTPS technology, the material, the process, the device design, circuit design, module design, and the process, and even production equipment is very different. And we can use lower upfront investment to achieve the mass production with higher yield and with higher bending reliability or flexibility. Again, scatter-win fully flexible display, it's not a concept. It's in mass production. It has been in mass production since 2018. That's the picture our team taken during this ceremony in 2018. Well, this is the picture of our production facility. And it's a highly automated production facility for the fully flexible displays. With the highly automated production line, you can actually reduce the contamination, you can enhance the yield, and you can also enhance the production efficiency. So, this is the third generation scatter-win fully flexible display. With the outstanding display performance and reliability, our third generation scatter-win fully flexible display, it's a lot better than the earlier generation technologies. And it's also a lot more competitive to other technologies on the market. This is getting into mass production, and we are ready to provide the technologies and the displays for our business clients, for our partners, for your innovative product design. Today, I'm very proud to introduce our very important strategic partner, ZTE. As you know, ZTE is a global leader in the telecommunication industry. And ZTE is also a global pioneer in the 5G technologies. ZTE has done a lot of innovative work on the mobile device business. And today, I'm also very honored to introduce Mr. Xu Feng, the Senior Vice President of ZTE and the President of ZTE Mobile Device. Please welcome Mr. Xu Feng.
下面有请中兴通讯高级副总裁、中兴通讯终端事业部总裁徐峰先生上台演讲。
Senior Vice President at ZTE Corporation, the President of ZTE Mobile Device Division, to deliver the speech.
非常感谢刘博士，
Thank you very much. Thanks
非
for
常精
Dr.
彩的
Liu.
演讲。
What a wonderful presentation.
我今天呢也是非常的荣
Well,
幸，
today I'm here
代
and
表
I'm
中兴通
much
讯
honored on behalf of
来参
ZTE
加
Corporation
中兴柔宇
to
的
attend
战略合作
the strategic
协议的发
partnership
布会。
announcement
那
between
我相信
Royole
呢
and ZTE
今
Corporation.
天
I
会
believe
成为
today
有纪念意义的一
would
天。
be a day
中兴通讯
bear into
携手
our
柔宇
memory.
我们强强联合
ZTE，works
相信会
with
能够
Royole
为我们
by
的
working together.
广大的消费者
I hope that
提供
we
更加激
can
动人心的产
provide
品。
amazing product to our customer in the market.
我简单介绍一下中兴
Please
通
allow
讯。
me to brief you on
中兴通讯
ZTE. ZTE
一直秉持的
always
5G 先锋的这么一个理
uphold
念，
ourselves as a
我们从
pioneer of the
12
5G
年开始
technology.
进行
Since
5G 的技术
2012
的
on,
预研，
we started
是
the
全
5G
球
technological
第一
R&D,
批
and we are
进
also
行
among
5G 预研的
the
公司。
first batch of the
那么我们
enterprises in
从
the
15 年
world
开始
for the
啊，
5G
每年
technological
的
R&D.
在 5G 上面的研
Since
发投入
2015, every
超过
year,
100亿。
and we invest more
所以
than
我们现在呢
10
形成
billion
了
in 5G
从
technological
标准到专利，
R&D. So now we have
从
the patent
这个
standard,
终端到系统，
and we have
从这个
device
芯片到算法，
systems, chips,
以
and
及
algorithm
我们包括操作系统
of，
包括
5G.
AI 算法等
And we
一
also
系
have
列
the
的
operating
端到端的
system
武器
and
解决方案，
AI technology to
我们相信
provide the end-to-end
能为
5G
5G 的用
solution.
户
In
提
this
供
way,
更好的
we
5G 体
can
验。
provide a better 5G experience to the users.
那么我们可以看到这里
Well,
有
you
几
can
个数
also
据。
say here are a
那么
few
无论是
statistics
在
I'd like
我
to
们
share
标准
with
组织
you.
的参与度，
And we
以及领
participate
导者席
in
位，
the standard
以
making
及
committee,
5G
and we
的
also
提案等等，
made
以及
ourselves
专利
present,
申请方面，
and we
我们都
also
全
applied
面的
for
处在一
many
个领先的
patents
地
of
位。
the 5G.
那么我可以
We
看到
are taking the leadership
ETSI
in this way,
最基本
especially
的5G 专利
and
的一个申
ETSI,
请量，
the
我们
basic
是
patent
排在全球
application
前3位。
volume, we are ranking at the top
我
3
觉得
in
这
the
是我
world
们
of that.
这么多年积累的
And I say that
一个成果，
it's
也是
truly
我
a
们值得
great
骄傲的。
result for many years of hard work, and we are proud of that.
那么说到手机，
Now let's
应该
talk
说
about the smartphone business.
我们对于折叠类的
I
品类的
say
手
that
机情有独钟。
Many people has a
在
preference over the
2018年的1
photo
月份，我们
phones.
就推出了首款
In
中
January
兴
2018,
XM
we
折叠
launched
手
the
机。
first
这是一个
foldable
双屏折叠手
dual-screen
机。
smartphone
推出之后呢，
named Axonam.
受到了非常广
Once
泛
been
的一
launched
个
into
用
the
户的好
market,
评。
this product has been
但
highly
是呢，
recognized.
我们要
But
提一句，
I have to mention,
在现实和理想，
there is
之间，
always a gap between
我
beautiful
们的折
dreams
叠手机
and reality.
还差一块
That gap
折叠的柔性的折
is
叠屏。
a piece of flexible screen or
那我
display.
们在5G 方面呢，
Well, you
去
can
年
say
在
that
巴塞罗
last
那展
year
上面，
in
我
Barcelona,
们推出了第一
we
款
have
这个
already
全球
launched
的5G 商用的手机。
the first
那么这一款手机
5G commercial
Axon 10
available
Pro 5G 的，
smartphone. The name is
是在
Axon 10
中
Pro,
国、中东
and
以及
it's
北欧
being
都
available
是
in
第一款
China,
商用的
Middle
手机。
East, and Northern
所以我
Europe
想呢
as the，
这也
first
是
5G
我
commercial
们希望
available
用 5G 的
smartphone.
技术，
And we would like to
这个
leverage
创新
5G
带给我
technology
们
and
全球的
the
用户
technological
更新的
innovation
一些体
to
验。
bring ultimate
那
new
另外呢，我们
experience to our
这个月
global users.
刚刚发布
And
了
this month,
新一代
we
的
also
中
newly
兴天机
released
Axon 11
the
5G
new
手机。
generation
这
of
是我
the
们中兴
ZTE
首款的
Axon
5G
11
视频手机。
5G. This is the
我们希望
first
呢，用它强
5G
大的
video
5G 通信
smartphone
能力，
ZTE launched
以及
by leveraging the
它的
5G
强大的视频
technology
能力，
and its
为每
robust
一位用户
video competency. We hope that
记录
we can
精彩的
help
生活
our
片段，
users to
能够做自己
record
的导演
those。wonderful moments of their life, so everyone could be
那
a
我想未
director
来呢
of your own
中兴
life.
通讯
Well, in the near
会继续
future,
秉持
ZTE
创新的理
will
念，
continue to
我们希
uphold
望
our innovation
在 5G
ideas
的
and
技
the
术、
strategy.
通信
We
技术
hope
方面，
by in terms of
在
the
视
5G
频的算法
communication
方面
technology,
会持续
video
地创新。
algorithm, we're going to make
同时呢，
continuous
我们也希
innovation.
望呢，借助跟
I
柔宇
also
的
hope that
战略合作，
by working with
我们希
Royole,
望用柔宇全球领先的柔
by
性屏技
having
术，
the fully
为我们的 5G
flexible
产品
display product
插上
from
柔性的翅膀，
Royole,
展翅
to
高飞
bring the flexible
谢谢
wings to our 5G product so that we can
请
serve
徐
the
峰
market
先生留
better.
步，让我们邀
Mr.
请
Xu,
刘自宏
please
博士
stay
上
on the
台。
stage, and now let's welcome Dr. Liu
签约
to be
仪
on the
式
stage
正式
too.
开始。
Now we shall start the strategic partnership.
现在，请礼仪小姐送上签约书。
Our staff, please help to present the signing document to our both representatives.
本次签约方式比较特别，是通过柔宇的智能手写本柔记实现的。我们可以在大屏幕看到，在柔记上书写的内容能够实时同步到大屏上。
The signature and all the content of the smart notebook could be shown on big screen simultaneously.
签约完毕，祝贺柔宇和中兴，请二位在台上合影留念。
Please stay on the stage for photo.
感谢二位。
Thank you.
现在有请徐峰先生回位就座。
And Mr. Xu Feng, you may go back to your seat.
接下来，让我们把舞
And
台
now,
再次交给
let's
刘
give
自
the
宏博
floor
士。
back to Dr. Liu.
Thank you for the presentation by Mr. Xu. Well, we're so looking forward to the partnership ahead. Well, since the first day of the company inception, we have been dedicated to the fully flexible display and fully flexible technologies. So our mission is to transform the way people experience and interact with the world. And in the past few years, our team has made a few significant milestones. So we introduced the first and the thinnest fully flexible display with a thickness of only 0.01 millimeter. And we started the mass production for the fully flexible display back to 2018 as the first commercially available mass production line. We launched the first foldable smartphone with fully flexible display in 2018, the Flex Pi. And today, we're also serving the most industries using the flexible technologies. We want to be the trusted solution provider for our business clients and business partners in different industries across mobile device, smart transportation, smart home, sports and fashion, office and education, and media entertainment, and maybe others. And here I want to show you a few examples of how we can work together with great partners in different industries. In the global market for the fully flexible display in the flexible electronics industry could reach over $300 billion based on the industry forecast. Well, we started the shipment of the flexible display to the market back to 2018. And there are more and more applications in different industries already. So we are proud to work with our great partner, Louis Vuitton, in the fashion industry. And we can integrate the fully flexible display like scallop displays into the leather for the new handbag design. It sounds so cool. And it's already reality here. So with this kind of a new fashion bag, you can personalize the content with your own images, with your own content. And it's still flexible, lightweight. So this is a perfect combination of the tech and the fashion. We're also proud to work with our partner, Airbus, to put the fully flexible display into aircraft. Well, we can create some new scenarios for the aircraft applications. We can also replace the traditional heavy displays to save the weight and save the fuel cost. So this is not just for innovation, it's for real values. You save the energy cost. You can enhance the safety. Well, have you ever imagined a tree with all of the leaves made of the fully flexible displays? Here it is. This is not a concept. This is our flexible tree with every leaf made by the fully flexible display. And you can actually change the content by wireless connection, by a smartphone. So it's a new way for media and advertisement. And this tree has already installed in like hotel lobbies, in buildings, and in the airports. Well, we can also integrate the fully flexible display into the liquor bottle, into the wine bottle. This sounds so cool. Take a look at this. So we work with our partner, the well-known brand in China, Luzhou Laojiao. And we put our fully flexible display around the bottle, transparent, curved, so thin, and you can display high-resolution videos or pictures. It's a new way for the advertisement and for the show. It's also a new way for the packaging. We also work with our partner Clear to create the Mirage smart speaker. So the Mirage smart speaker was officially launched at CES in January in Las Vegas. And it will go to the market very soon, hopefully next month. So we put our fully flexible display around the speaker, and you can keep 360-degree sound. But then you can also have more interactions by the fully flexible display here. So it's totally different from all of the other smart speakers on the market. We work with sportswear company leading brand Li-Ning, and we put out fully flexible display on the shelf to show the content for the shoes, for the sportswear, and it's just a new way for the retail store displays. So here's just a few examples. We can actually think about a lot of more applications based on fully flexible displays. And some of these kind of new applications are just totally different from the traditional design. And it's just to provide huge values for the customers. So, are we finished yet today? No. We actually brought the FlexPi 2 here today. I know many of you are actually curious about our FlexPi 2. The FlexPi 2, it's built on top of the third generation Cicada Wind fully flexible displays. Not only this, we changed the hinge, we changed the folding structure. Now, it's called a 3S hinge. It's a proprietary technology developed in the company. It's super seamless and established hinge. There's no gap in between. And you can also actually stop the hinge at any angle from 0 to 180 degrees. And it's super reliable. So we use anti-shock structure for better screen protection. We use aircraft-grade materials like liquid metal, durable aluminum, titanium for the core parts. And it's manufactured under high precision process. With the 4:3 aspect ratio for the Cicada Wind display, we can actually enjoy a very immersive experience for the FlexPi 2. And we'll also use the true stereo dual speakers. So if we compare our FlexPi 2 to other foldable smartphones on the market, the FlexPi 2 has the highest movie playing area, has a maximum movie playing area. Well, typically the movie aspect ratio is 21 to 9 or 16 to 9. And for the FlexPi 2, the playing area of the movie is about 6.8 inch. And it's a lot bigger than other foldable smartphones on the market. And if we play like the 4:3 aspect ratio TVs, videos, or gaming, it's also the area for the for the FlexPy 2, it's also much bigger than others. This is actually very important because the foldable smartphone is targeting for the big screens, visual experience. Well, we also have the new 5G technologies for the FlexPy 2. For our FlexPy 1, we support 4G, but not 5G. Now, we have the most advanced 5G technologies here. And it supports 9 different bands globally. So the global coverage includes China, North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, and other regions. In terms of the hardcore components, we implemented the most advanced high-performance components here. So we used the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor. And we used the new generation LPDDR5 as the new high-speed RAM. And also, we use the UFS 3.0 as the high-speed ROM. Many other things. Today, I actually have the FlexPy 2 in my pocket. So it's a lot thinner than the earlier generation. And then also, it's lighter weight. There's no gap for the hinge. Look at this. It supports our WatchOS 2.0, the new operating system. So take a look at this. Wow. This is so cool. It's amazing. So I like this color. We actually have different color choice. Let's take a look at this again. So shining. Sexy, right? All right, this is mine. So we're gonna have the official product launch for the FlexPy 2 in next quarter. Please stay tuned for more details. So with all of this, I want to thank you for your time today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye. Our mission at Royole is to transform the way people experience and interact with the world. The personal computer and the smartphone redefined our relationship with machines. We are at a similar crossroads now. We live in a world where the Internet of Things, empowered by platform technologies like AI, 5G, and human-machine interfaces, has become part of our everyday life. Our flexible interface technology will liberate us from the old ways of working and thinking, enabling better communication and interaction between people and machines, and moving us into a new era of possibilities. We are doing this through our proprietary fully flexible display and sensor technologies. Our unified hardware and software interface liberates the devices we use from rigid form factors. Our Flexible Plus platform enables users and partners to connect and benefit from the development of new and innovative products and solutions. We believe our technology will become the dominant interface between humans and machines, unlocking the vast opportunities and applications that new human-machine interface will bring. Our technologies are not tomorrow's gimmicks. They're opening up real possibilities today. We are at the cutting edge of an industry forecast to be worth over $300 billion in 2025. Royole's technology is already powering smart devices across industries as diverse as mobile devices, media entertainment, smart transportation, productivity, smart homes, education, and sports and fashion. We developed the world's thinnest, full-color, fully flexible display. Alongside proprietary flexible sensor technology, we have built the world's first commercial fully flexible display production line. We brought the first foldable smartphone with flexible display to market, a product which seamlessly transitioned between a mobile phone and a tablet. Innovation is in our DNA. We have the end-to-end capabilities to design, produce, market, and sell groundbreaking, innovative products. Around 60% of our workforce work in our Silicon Valley and Shenzhen-based R&D centers, registering around 1,000 patents globally to date, with 1,800 more patent applications. We're leading the way both in innovation and investment, while other, less experienced players will face huge barriers to entry at scale. Royole's enterprise partnership strategy is to align with a large and growing global partner base. We want to be the partner of choice, whatever the sector. We are currently collaborating with over 500 enterprises across a broad range of industries. Companies like Airbus, Louis Vuitton, Li-Ning, and China Mobile. For consumers, our products provide an integrated and user-friendly experience, one that clearly demonstrates the transformational appeal and innovation of our underlying technology. Royole is uniquely positioned to unlock the potential of the human-machine interface. Join us. Together, we can unfold a new era, revolutionizing the way all of us interact with a new, truly flexible world.